Hey everybody, I wanted to do a 4-month postpartum update and let you know how everything is going. Ignore the messy desk in back of me. Our house is just a complete disaster right now with everything going on, all the appointments and everything, all the people that Nate has to see and be in touch with. Plus we've had some our own things in our personal lives and things like that that are just absolutely crazy, that everything that doesn't absolutely need to be done, which is like, you know, organizing my office and putting things where they belong, has not happened. But, anywho, everything's been going really good, you know, with me. Obviously, I'm healed from the C-section. I never had a lot of problems with that, and honestly, I didn't think it was that terrible. I know a lot of people say that, you know, C-sections are really bad and everything, and I don't know if it was because I had to deal with Nate and my mind had to be somewhere else. I couldn't really, you know, focus on what was going on with me. But I never had that much of a problem with that. So I'm still pumping as much as I possibly can. It's still obviously not enough. I pump, I've never really increased from about 2 ounces a pumping session, during the day. At night, obviously, when I go longer, I get a little more. But, and he takes about 5 ounces of feeding, so, you know, obviously I'm not pumping enough for him. So he is, completely formula fed at night. We usually start he gets a continuous feed at over 9 hours at night. That's all formula. And then during the day, he has the 4 feeding sessions that he gets breast milk. With that, we were doing like every 3rd night where he was getting breast milk, but I've decided instead of giving that to him, to freeze what extra I get a day, which, you know, isn't always a lot, but it's enough to freeze. And I'm kind of building up a little bit of a freezer stash so that when he gets sick, I can give him straight breast milk throughout the time he's sick. Which actually worked well because he had a cold with us this last week, and we gave him breast milk for, I think, 2 or 3 days. I don't know if it was 2 or 3, but, and he got better faster, I think, and breast milk's a little harder at night anyway because I don't like to keep it out that long. And the pump is, I'll show you guys all this, but it's a bag that you put the stuff in, and it pumps through, and it's just easier with formula because formula can sit out longer. And I did want to get the freezer stash because kids, like I've mentioned before, kids with cleft palates get more ear infections, and breast milk helps to have kids have less ear infections. So, I just want to be able to keep that in case he gets an ear infection. So, or any other kind of sickness like a cold or whatever. So, that's that. And it's, you know, I've pretty much come to terms with the fact that, you know, in a perfect world I would be able to give him breast milk all the time, every single day, and not have any issues. Corky! But, you know, things are not what, you know, we wanted. So, they are what they are. So today I had my postpartum visit that I was supposed to have at like 6 weeks. I'm only, you know, 2 months and 3 weeks late for it. What are you gonna do? Things were so crazy, and, you know, Nate was obviously our first priority. He was in the NICU, and then we had to go, like, to the other hospital, which is over an hour away. We stayed up there, you know, to get his feeding tube put in, and he got the infection, and so I never got it done till now. So, you know, it was pretty much just an annual exam at this point, and we talked to him a little bit about, you know, trying to conceive baby number 2, how it would all work with fertility medication, and how soon they would intervene, you know, because I know, you know, sometimes they make you wait or whatever, try on your own. We've not been using anything since we had Nate, and I just figure if, you know, it happens, we definitely, you know, would welcome it. Because at first, after Nate was born, I wasn't absolutely positive how I felt about having another baby, because you know, everything with Nate is very possible the next baby could be the exact same way. I don't really think there's a worse. I think Nate is pretty much the worst case scenario, how everything happened when he was born, stopping breathing and everything. It pretty much doesn't get worse than that. However, I think we would be more prepared, even though I knew it was a possibility, because we had asked them at every single visit if, you know, they could see a cleft, or, you know, we were told at one point that they could pretty much see that the roof of the mouth was there. Obviously, they were wrong. I just think that if we can handle Nate, and we can, at this point, feel like we could do it again, even if it happened the exact same way, I feel like we're fine to go ahead. And, you know, I told my husband today, I know that we're going to get some comments from people. Because my dad, I don't know if I said this or not, my dad had said at one point, he's like, do you want to go through this again? And we do. I mean, we want a family. I don't think that it's, I don't think that it's anything that's so bad that it's not something you'd go again. I mean, people that have children that have cancer or something like that, they have other kids, and I think that just because we know ahead of time what our child possibly could have, there's no reason not to have more kids. And I don't really care what anyone else thinks, because it's our decision. It's our lives. It's us that has to raise a child. It's us that has to deal with the consequences. So that's where we're at with that. So pretty much he said that whenever we're ready to contact him, we'll get in touch with the fertility doctor again, which is in the same office. We'll set up an appointment there and pretty much start the process again. I don't know exactly how they would. I would assume that I would just start on the injections again. I don't know that for a fact, though. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking we'll make an appointment to just sit down with the fertility doctor, kind of get a heads up and see what's what, so we can kind of get a game plan, because we do want to, you know, do all this sooner than later. The only recommendation the doctor really had for us is that we deliver at the hospital, which he had told us that before anyway, that we deliver at the hospital where Nate was in the NICU, just because the NICU is there, which I have mixed feelings about, because I really hate that hospital, but, you know, I obviously want to do what would be best for the baby, so I'll do what I have to do, and hopefully, you know, we won't have this problem again, but if we do, we do. That's the other thing we talked about with him is he talked about, you know, finding out. The only way to find out if the baby has Stickler syndrome while it's in utero is to do an amniocentesis. We knew that going into Nate's pregnancy, and the reason why we didn't do it is because we had seen a genetic counselor, and she pretty much told us that you can do the amniocentesis and find out if they have it, but unless you're going to terminate, what's the point? And we definitely would not terminate. We wouldn't have terminated if we knew about Nate, and we won't do that with the next baby. So, and obviously an amniocentesis comes with risks. The doctor really kind of said he would want one, but the risk is like miscarriage, and it's like 1 in 200 to 250, he told us, depending on what you read. And I don't feel comfortable with that. I mean, the result's going to be the same either way, so why risk it? Why stress yourself? Why do that? So I don't think we would do that. I just think that we would, you know, try to see an ultrasound as much as possible, and you know, be at the right hospital in case it does happen. So, and the thing is that people have to understand too, is with Nate, like I said, he was worst case scenario. He had the cleft palate, and he had the, it's called Pierre-Robin sequence, where the small chin, and that's what the major problem was the chin is what was the problem with the oxygen in the airways. So, there's no telling that the other baby would have that. And, I think I told you, it's 50-50 whether or not the baby would have Stickler syndrome. So, I just kind of got to go with what God gives us, you know. So I talked to him a little bit about pumping with doing the injections again, and he said, you know, anytime you're breastfeeding or, you know, pumping, that it lowers your chance of being able to get pregnant while you're doing that. So I want to meet with the fertility doctor first and find out exactly what he says about it, because that's, you know, his area of expertise. And once he lets us know, you know, what the deal is, then we'll determine. We're thinking at like 6 months we want to start, which would be like right around the first of the year. Well, it would be like right around Christmas, but we'd wait till the first of the year to start with fertility treatments again. I don't want to wait terrible long, because I'm 32. And I'm not getting any younger. And we really would like to have 3 or 4 kids. Not sure exactly how we feel about the whole adoption situation anymore. I don't know, it's kind of like I feel like we're in uncharted territory, and we're making a decision on things I've honestly never thought about. Because with Nate, you know, I just wanted to get pregnant. I just said, you know, I told God, let me do this once, and, you know, I'll be happy. And I am happy, don't get me wrong. I mean, I love Nate, and I love, feel so blessed that I was able to get pregnant and able to, you know, have for the most part, Nate's a healthy baby. You know, nothing major, nothing, I mean, it is really for the rest of his life that he's going to have some issues, but nothing that's like gonna affect who he is as a person or anything like that. And I just feel very blessed to have him, and I don't want to go back on my word with God or anything, but I just feel like the possibility of having another baby, it's very exciting. It's very, it's something I never ever thought I honestly never thought I would be here talking about having another baby. So, it's kind of exciting, and it's just the whole idea of being able to do this again. I love Nate. I love being a parent to Nate, and I really want to give him a brother or sister. So, that's pretty much where we are at postpartum. I'll keep you guys updated and let you know, anything happens or anything changes, and, take you all along on my journey again to conceive our next baby. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.